And I also will be part of your learning journey because learning is a mutual understanding process. Whenever we interact, we get a lot of insights from one another, because of which we can learn many things. So I welcome you all for this session. Is my voice clear and loud?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me why you people have joined this session. You can unmute, or you can unmute yourself and you can say why you have joined this session. Hello.
Sir,
So to know about practical reality of ourselves, like maybe we, as I was going through the book also, sir, I was really surprised. Like what I was, it was completely different. So to know actually what we are now and what we were and what we can be in future.
Okay.
sir,
So reason,
this
yeah,
is the process, sir.
Vivek.
Uh, Sir, this is the process to understand ourselves, our potential, our uh, strength, our weaknesses, our opportunities. In today's time, we mainly focusing on our only work or only about our family, but we are not focusing about our professional and our personal strengths. So this is the process by which we can understand and we can explore our ourselves.
Yeah. So why I've chosen this topic, the unlock your identity. This topic was very interesting for me, and there are two reasons why I've selected this topic or why I've been working on this topic. One is, can you see my slide?
No, sir.
Is it changing? No.
No, sir.
Now?
No, sir. Only you are visible.
One minute.
So now it is. Yeah.
Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So there are two reasons why I've selected this topic, unlock your identity. One of the quotations which I like the most is by Oliver Wendell. What he says is that most people die with their music still inside them. Most people die with their music still inside them. I think you got the message out of this quotation. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody wants to do something. We want to do something in our life, but some way or the other way we compromise for something, and we continue doing the same things for years together, and at some point of time we feel that what am I doing? Am I doing the right one? Am I happy with it? Or what should I change? This question is the common question which we get in everybody's life, or which is in everybody's mind. Yes or no?
True,
Hello?
sir. True, sir.
True or not?
Yes, sir.
You can message me or text me in the chat. Is it true or not? If it is true, type T. Okay. And then the second reason why I've selected this topic is I was reading the book called You Are Born an Original, Don't Die a Copy. This title itself says that we are living our lives like a copycats. So we are born original and we should not die as a copy. We have to create our own identity or we have to live our own life rather than living the life of somebody else. Okay? Then comes first question, what is identity? Can anybody define, not say, even if you see the slide, it's okay. Can anybody define what is identity? Let's keep the session
Sir, good morning, sir.
interactive rather than me only saying on the topic.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is identity? What do
Yes,
you
sir.
understand by
Sir,
identity?
identity means my point of view is what is our action is speaking, not about
Okay.
our name or where we are from.
Hmm.
What is our works will tell. What is our action will tell. That is, I feel for the identity. If I am wrong, please you can correct me, sir.
Okay. So identity is something which you can tell when nobody is there, nobody is watching you, nothing is stopping you. How can you define yourself? That is called the identity. Not keeping any labels of your profession, of your family relationship, or societal concerns, anything. How can you define yourself as a person? Okay, we will have this question several times in our life. I also will have I have a question. I had this question also. To introduce myself, I am a trainer by profession and also teacher by profession. I was into 12 years of teaching profession and then shifted to the training profession. For 10 years, I have been in the training profession. In spite of having this successful career of 22 years in both teaching and training, I always find one question in my mind, what is that I can do beyond my job? Or what will be my future plan? Or what will be my post retirement plan? Or how I will be happy keeping aside all these things, keeping aside the what do you call your family commitments, keeping aside your professional commitments, how you can be happy by yourself. That defines your identity. So identity is the story you tell to yourself about who you are. Okay. And then how to define your identity. Just give me 1 minute. I lost the audio. Sorry. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir. Visible.
1 minute. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is some issue with my mic. Sorry for that inconvenience. So, how do you define your identity? These are the some of the core principles how we can define our identity. First thing is what you inherit. That is what we get from our parents, or what we get from our roles, what we get from our culture, and what we get from our family. So this is what we inherit. Basing on that, we first define our identity. And the second way is what you carry. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And what are your secrets? And then the third one is what you choose, your beliefs, your values, and passions. And then the fourth one is your core, that is your authentic self, as a part of you which remains when all labels are removed. So that is your actual identity. Okay. If you see the different viewpoints in terms of identity, first one is the philosophical view, where you define the identity as the intersection of whom I believe I am and whom I choose to be. Whom I believe I am and whom I choose to be. That is the philosophical view. That is, what do I believe about myself and what do I choose to be? I wanted to be a good person. Okay. I wanted to be a good person, but when I go into particular role, I will always be angry. Okay. I choose to be angry. So that is a difference in your, what you call your identity. Okay. And this keeps on changing. For example, it is totally role based. For example, if you are supposed to be in a managing role where people are not easy to handle, you are even though you are a cool person, you are supposed to be a tough person there. And so after some time, your job profile may change, where you have a good people where you can interact and then change them or talk to them in a perfect possible best way, then automatically your identity will change. So this philosophical view, it is not change, it is not fixed. It evolves with experiences, choices, and awareness. Yes or no? Hello.
Right, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
And coming to the psychological viewpoint, what is the how I see myself? That is the self concept. The second concept is the social identity, how others see me and the groups I belong to. We will come into the details of all these things. And then the third one is authentic identity, whom I'm beyond my performance and expectations. What is my identity? This is called the psychological viewpoint. And then the next one is these are some of the examples of identity where every day we classify our role or identity. In terms of professional, we classify ourselves as manager. In terms of a family, we classify ourselves as a parent. And then in terms of community, we classify ourselves as a friend or somebody else. But beyond all these three, or beyond all these, there is called the true identity, which we will explore now. Okay, identity is not your business card. It is not your surname or the mask you wear for survival. Identity is the voice inside you that whispers, "This is me," when the world is silent. So, this is the point which I wanted to tell everyone. So, we always carry or fix our identity to our family. We come from a very big family, or we come from a very big lineage, and then we always confirm our identity to a profession, that I am so and so, and then we always confirm our identity to something else. But beyond all these things, what is that you are? How can you define yourself as a person? What is, if you want to define yourself, what is that you can, how, in what way you can define yourself. Okay. That is what we want to reveal in this. The biggest tragedy in our life is not death. It is living our entire life without meeting the real person which we are. We are not meeting our own real person. What we want to do, we always suppress all these things, and then over a period of time it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, we cannot come out of it. Okay, I'll give you best example. Everybody is against the what you call bribe in the country or bribery in the country. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everybody is against it.
Yes,
But
sir.
what happened is slowly we got habituated to it, and then we are living with that habit of bribery and all. So that is what, if you ignore something, slowly it becomes a habit, and then we will not change, will not be able to change that. So I just want to give 1 minute time for you to describe yourself in one word. Please take a pen and paper, or at least in your mind, describe yourself in one word. How do you describe yourself in one word? Or you can keep it in the chat box. How do you want to describe yourself in one word? Only one word. You can keep it in the chat. Yes, emotional. Then I want everybody to respond. Direct, simplicity, yes. Giver, yes. Everybody has to respond. I'm just think of it. I'm giving you 1 minute time. Simplicity, giver. I need more responses. Responsible, yes. Emotional, again. Direct and straightforward. Lovable, yes. I need more responses. There are 19 people in this group. 19 responses should be there. Caring and sensitive. Anita is saying caring and sensitive. Sutant is saying lovable. Krishnavini is saying sensitive or sensible. Okay. So if you summarize all these things, if you summarize all the inputs which you have given, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
So these are all the things which you can summarize. Does any one of these fit into your identity? Hello.
Sir, you are audible and screen is visible.
I'm audible and visible. I wanted to check with yourself whether any one of this term is associated with your identity or not. Yes, obviously the answer is yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes or no? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So everybody has one or the other identity which is defined here. But what is that actually we define ourselves? You see the difference? Yes or no? We always define ourselves with something associated with our profession, something associated with our family, something associated with our relationships, anything. Yes or no? So
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
that is what which is very important, that why this identity is required for us, why the identity matters. If you create your own identity, this identity will be a foundation for your decision making. This identity will be good for your relationships. This identity will be good for your career and purpose. And then this identity will be important or foundation for your self-esteem and resilience. That is, whatever you believe, and resilience, how to bounce back when something happens to you. So it depends on how do you define your identity. Okay, but overall, if you see, over 60% of people feel that they are just existing, but they are not living. And then without clarity, we are always vulnerable, or we'll always be able to be controlled by somebody else. Okay, if we don't have a clarity, our bosses will control us, our family members will control us, and our friends will control us, and everybody, any situation or any circumstance will control our, or will take our position if we don't have our own identity. So that is why we need to identify what, this is the reason why the identity, development of identity, or creating a clarity on identity is important. If you see the worldwide, 61, you're not, many of the people have seen after posting this in the LinkedIn or any Facebook and all, many of them have not joined in this session. And one of these reason is that they feel negative about it. I have my own identity, why I should think about it. And then if I join in this session, people may feel that I don't have my own identity. That is why I will not join in this session. So that is also the possibility, or that is also the thinking pattern of the employees or the common people. If you see the worldwide scenario, 61% of the adults, they face the identity crisis. And then 70% of the people who are facing the identity crisis are also suffering with anxiety and depression. And 37% of teens struggle with identity clarity. And then 75% of people aged between 25 to 33 experience a quarter life crisis. And by joining this session, you have made a good decision, because you are not alone, that this is the universal problem. Okay, just if you identify ourselves, what is that I want to do in my life, then automatically you will be happy forever. So as I've already said, there are 5 layers of identity. The first one is the inherited identity. Second one is the acquired identity. Third one is the projected one. Fourth one is the suppressed one. Fifth one is the authentic identity. And then you can ask yourself in which layer or you are now. Did you get an idea on this? There are 5 layers of identity. One is inherited, second one is acquired, third one is projected, fourth one is suppressed, fifth one is authentic. So can you guess yourself, or can you type on the in the chat box in which level you are? Did you get my point? Yes.
Sir, how to find out that we are on which level? Means,
No, it is based on your thinking pattern. Currently, what is your emotional pattern, or what is your thinking, or how do you feel about yourself? That is basing on that itself. You have to say. Did you under? There are 5 levels of identity. Okay, I'll show my. Can you see the screen?
yes,
Can you
sir.
see my screen? You can see one is the inherited one identity, which we always claim that we got it from our family. Acquired is because of the titles and the job roles which we play. Projected is how others see ourselves, how others, think about ourselves. And then suppressed is the things which we hide to ourselves. That we wanted to do something, but we are suppressed and we don't want to do it. Or some societal concerns are there, some family concerns are there, or family pressures are there. We don't want to do it. And then the authentic concern is the authentic identity is the one which is the actual one. So in which layer you are now? Can you identify yourself, or can you just say that it is not a right or wrong, whatever it is better to identify in which layer we are. Okay, because moving from one layer to other, it is easier rather than staying in the same level. Yes, somebody is saying authentic also. That is good.
Sir,
Okay.
can I say 4.5? Means
So
maybe
you are in between suppressed and authentic identity. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. See, if you see the first one is, I'll clearly explain you on all these things. First is inherited identity. This is commonly seen in case of the woman and also the children, or somebody will say that this is not the correct way to do because our community doesn't allow it, or our caste doesn't allow it, or our religion doesn't allow it. This is not the correct culture. You are not supposed to wear jeans and t-shirts. You are not supposed to go out of the house with alone. You are supposed to go along with your brother or your somebody else. Okay, or some way, some sort of restriction is there for women, or even for children. There is some restriction where we say that because of the family lineage or the culture lineage, we are supposed to not to do particular thing. I will not agree that something is right or something is wrong. Any culture or any tradition, whether it is right or wrong, we cannot define it. And I also don't believe that something is right or something is wrong. Currently, if you take any culture or any tradition, what you should think of is whether it is convenient and whether it is relevant. I only think on these two parameters. Earlier days, people used to wear dhoti and then turban for while going out. Do you think now people are ready to go in that format or in that for dress code?
No, sir.
No, because those days were different. The people were exposed to sunlight directly, and then they were doing several other activities because of which they have followed that culture. But now that particular dress code is not relevant, and then it is not convenient also. Yes or no? So whenever somebody says that if this is not a particular thing, this is not our cultural identity, this is not how you're supposed to do, then only one thing we should ask them is that whether it is relevant or whether it is convenient. If it is relevant and convenient, you can do it. A particular culture or a tradition can be, even if it is relevant now, it may not be convenient for people to do it. So that's why any tradition it cannot be right or wrong, but we have to decide upon whether it is relevant or convenient, basing on which we have to decide it. Okay. The earlier days, whenever the puberty happened to women or girls, it was celebrated as a big event. That the reason for it was there was no means of communication to say that some eligible girl is there for marriage or some girl is there for the marriage. That was the reason for communicating. But nowadays we have a whole lot of means of communication to tell. So that particular celebration or that particular event is not required nowadays. But in spite of that, it is created as a big hype, and then even I see many cases where the kids are not happy in accepting that. So that is whether what is your problem, or whether it is a culturally, or what you call traditionally obtained identity, or anything. You have to say one thing only, whether it is convenient or whether it is relevant, basing on which you should decide whether you can follow that particular tradition or not. Okay. And I strongly believe that there is nothing called right or wrong, and only thing which matter it is whether it is relevant or not. Okay. And then the second one is acquired identity. So this we acquire because of our job, and this I cannot explain you, or I will what do you call, I cannot explain you in detail because you can understand clearly. This is totally because of the job role which you are doing. And one problem here is, whatever the job role we are doing, whether it is creating our identity or not, or whether we are doing the job as a routine job. Okay. So how you can create your identity in your job profile also is important. That is the acquired identity. Third one is the projected identity. So somebody says that Mr. Vivek is a cool guy, and then somebody says that Miss Krishnaveni is very harsh or rude. Then what happens when somebody says that uh, Vivek is a very calm guy? He always has a mindset that even if he gets angry, he will control himself. Okay. And then somebody says that if somebody is having good talent in singing, maybe sometimes somebody has sang a song, or might have uh, participated in a competition and they might have got a prize. And every time there will be a projection saying that she will or he will definitely get a prize. So that is the projection because of which we always leave that whenever, if you want to go to a competition, you'll always see that the people think that I will definitely get a prize. What happens if I don't get a prize? So that is called the projected identity. If I am a calm, if somebody is portraying me as a calm person, and then even if I get angry, I'll suppress my feelings and stay calm because it is a projected identity. And then the last but one is the suppressed identity. So we hide our talent because somebody says that you are a short girl, you cannot do this thing. Okay, you are a fat girl or a fat boy, you cannot do this thing. So because of which, what happens is we get suppressed. Somebody says that you don't have that caliber, or you belong to that particular society, or you belong to female gender, you cannot do this activity, and then automatically we suppress our feelings. So that is called suppressed identity. And the last one is the actual identity, which is the authentic identity, where we define our identity based on our values, passion, and then the strengths. And when you remove all these labels associated with the society, associated with the family, associated with friends, and all these labels, if you remove it, and if you want to define yourself, that is called the authentic identity. Okay. If you want to define your authentic identity, you have to say what is my I am going to do in the next 5 years, what will be my next 10 years, apart from your job, apart from your family, what is that you want to do for yourself. Okay. And many people, this is a common thing, many people feel that they are overweight and then they want to lose their weight, but they say that I don't have time, and then I have so many works at home and I'll not be able to do it. But nothing can stop you in losing your weight. If you want to lose your weight, automatically you have to do it. You should take some small steps, start slowly and then start doing it. Automatically you will lose, over a period of time you lose your weight. So that is what I wanted to tell you, that your authentic identity is what is that you want to do after 5 years or in the next 10 years, keeping out all the labels of your professional and family concerns. What is that you want to do for yourself? Okay. So I was thinking of writing books from many years. Many years I have been thinking, from my childhood I have been thinking of writing a book. But it was, I kept on postponing it. I kept on postponing it. And last 3 months back, I don't know how, but something has stricken me. And then I started writing the books. Today, I've written almost 7 books, which are published in Amazon. This is not to boast about myself. The reason why I'm telling is, when we postpone the things, they automatically postpone forever, forever, forever. Okay. If you are a singer, and then if you're feeling that you're not able to sing, nowadays you have a lot of opportunities. You can sing a song and post it in Instagram. You may not get likes or so. You will feel happy about yourself that you have released some of your emotion. Okay, you can paint something and post it in Instagram or share it to your friends or keep it as a, what you call, WhatsApp status in your WhatsApp profile. Automatically, when you release something, your energy will always activate to do more things. So that is why we should never suppress our feelings. Sometimes it is required, but if you go on suppressing our feelings, we'll not be able to do what we want to do in our life. So the one of the major reasons why will not be able to identify our clearly our identity clearly is that we are into the identity prison. The identity prison has 4 bars. The first one is the fear of judgment. Second one is the cultural conditioning. Third one is people pleasing. Fourth one is past failures. First one is fear of judgment. Second one is cultural conditioning. Third one is people pleasing. And fourth one is past failures. Coming to the first one, fear of judgment. This is one of the biggest mistakes which we always do. Log kya kahenge? What people will think. Okay, what people will think. That is one of the biggest problems which the complete humanity is facing nowadays. Whatever we want to do or whenever we want to do something, even a small thing, we always think, Are, log kya kahenge? What my wife will think, what my son will think, what my daughter will think, what my boss will think. Everybody thinks in a different way. Okay. And when you do something, there are people ready to criticize you. And when you don't do something, also there are people ready to criticize you. Then it is better to do something. Yes or no?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
When you do something, there are people who are ready to criticize you. When you don't do something, also there are people ready to criticize you. Then it is always better to do it. Yes or no? I need response. Okay. Hello.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it correct or not?
Yes.
If you do something, people are ready to criticize you. If you don't do something, people are ready to criticize you. Then it is always better to do something which releases our emotions and then which slowly creates our path to our own identity. Okay. The second one is the cultural conditioning. In our family, we don't. Okay. In our family or in our religion, we don't. Nobody is stopping you to do anything. Unnecessarily, we are conditioning. The culture is one thing which will create very good things for some people, but the cultural norms will also confine us to something. Okay, we wanted to do something. We say that when I speak to some people, they say that in our religion we are not supposed to watch movies. Maybe those were the olden days, but when you watch a movie or when you watch a TV serial or something, sometimes those characters will give some insights to us. And many of the examples I give, many of the examples I give in the lectures and also in my books is about the movies. There are best movies where we can uh, give examples. We can take the examples and then say that, Dari, this movie is heart touching to me. This song is heart touching to me. And people say that no, we are not allowed to watch movies and all. There is nothing like that. We have to come out that cultural conditioning. Okay. And then I think there is one movie in Telugu which is very famous. What do you call it? Samantha was the heroine. Okay. That movie shows the clear identity, how the identity crisis can become, can create happiness, or when you come out of the identity crisis, how it can create happiness. That movie clearly shows it. And then the third identity prison which we have is the people pleasing. That is saying yes to everything. It is with the boss, it is with our family members, it is with our kids or anyone. If somebody asks any help, we are ready to say yes. Without seeing whether it is possible or not, we are ready to say yes. This also creates the what you call our identity prison. And the fourth one is the past failures, believing that one mistake defines us forever. If you make one mistake, we'll not be able to come out of that mistake, and then, or if we are supposed to do such sort of same sort of thing next time, we'll always think that no, last time I have failed, so I'll not do this thing. Okay, last time I have failed, I will not do this thing. So these are all the four different types of pillars or blocks in which we are living. That is called the identity prison. So if you see the actual villains, can you see the screen? First one is log kya kahenge. Okay. Second one is हमारे घर में ऐसा नहीं होता. Third one is हाँ जी कर लूंगा. Yes boss mentality. Fourth one is एक बार हार गया तो हर बार हार जाऊंगा. So these are the four villains for our identity. लोग क्या कहेंगे, हमारे घर में ऐसा नहीं होता है, हाँ जी कर लूंगा, एंड देन एक बार हार गया तो एवरी टाइम हर बार हार जाऊंगा. These are all the four villains for stopping us to think about our identity crisis. Okay, so take a second or take 10 seconds, identify yourself. In which prisons do you feel you are more stuck in? Can you identify yourself where if you are in any one of these identity prison blocks in which you are? Can you type in the chat box, or somebody can tell orally also, they can tell that I don't have any objection. You can share your thoughts on this.
Sir,
I am at
may I?
last stage.
You are in
I am at last stage.
last stage. Okay, next.
Sir, I think I am in people pleasing, pleasing. That one, sir. हाँ जी sir, कर लूँगा sir. Yes sir, हो जाएगा.
Yes.
I'm stuck into that, and somehow I'm escaping from that situation.
Yeah.
Trying, I'm
Anybody else?
trying.
Anybody else wants to share? Past failure, Jagdish.
Yes.
Anybody else? Krishnaveni, cultural conditioning. Yes.
Sir, in this also I'm confused between two. I think yes, sir, and if I lost from this situation by saying yes.
Yes. Okay, good.
So this mine is like what people will think like.
What people will think. That is
Yeah.
the first thing. If you give the rating also, complete society, if you or complete a number of if you see any number of n number of people, the first thought is what people will think. Okay. So after writing 7 books, I have published my 7 books, and one of the book was related to the woman. I don't know my identity. It is related to the woman, and many of my colleagues were also giving me negative feedbacks. How you can write about women? What is that great in it, or how you can do that and all? Everybody was comments. Many people were commenting in the negative way also, but if I keep that in my mind, I cannot continue my writing my books. Okay, so I've written 7 books, and then still I'm in the process of writing 6 to 7 books. They are in the process. Okay, if you always think log kya kahenge, okay, if you are in that particular thought pattern, we will never go forward in our life. We should come out of that. Okay. So that is first identifying your in which block you are, what is blocking you. Okay, that getting the awareness on that is the first step to breaking out to create your own identity, breaking out from the old patterns to create your own identity. If you see these 3 sentences, you can clearly understand the identity prison is powerful, but here's the secret. The walls are imaginary. Yes or no? Whatever the identity prison which we have seen, all the walls are powerful, but they are imaginary. The bars of judgment, the bars of culture, the bars of people pleasing and failures, they look very solid, but they hold power only if we allow them to do. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All these bars of judgment,
Okay.
culture, people pleasing, and failures, they look like rock solid. Okay, they look like rock solid, but they have the power when you ignore them or when you but you'll give validity to them. But if you ignore them, automatically they become very less or they become powerless. The moment we become aware of them, we can start to unlock the doors with courage, self acceptance, and authenticity. So, these are the 3 sentences which can clearly say that we can come out of that identity prison blocks if we accept and then we we should clearly think in what level we are, and then we should start identifying it. Okay. So coming to the last part of this webinar, what are the keys to unlock your identity? How to unlock your identity? The first one, that this is called 4A framework. What is this? 4A framework. First one is awareness. Second one is acceptance. Third one is alignment. Fourth one is action. Awareness, acceptance, alignment, and action. These are the 4 keys for unlocking your identity or coming out from the identity crisis. First one is awareness. Spot the labels which are holding you back, or spot the things which are holding you back, or identify the things which are holding you back. And then second one is accept your strengths and weaknesses, or accept your strengths and scars. Third one is make decisions that match your values. What is that you want to do? Accordingly, you make decisions for it. Fourth one is practice small daily acts of truth, or if you practice slowly daily, automatically this will happen. So in all these things, which key you think you are missing? Hello, did you get an
Acceptance.
idea? In all this four
Acceptance.
A cons framework, what is that you are missing it?
Third one, sir.
Acceptance.
I'm missing third one.
Third one is alignment. Yes. Next,
Yes, I'm missing.
Mine is acceptance, sir.
second, acceptance. Next,
Alignment and action, sir.
alignment and action. Majority of the cases, we fail in the action. Okay. What is our New Year resolution? Every time everybody will make a New Year resolution. What is that? We want to lose our weight, or we want to do physical activity daily. Yes or no?
Yes,
Majority of will plan for it, but that will happen only for just 1 week or 2 weeks. After that, automatically it fades off. Okay. Can I tell you a simple thing for losing your weight? Or if you are interested, I'll tell you. Otherwise, no. Are you interested?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The simple thing to lose weight is don't have anything after 7 o'clock in the evening. If you want to have a dinner, have a light dinner before 7 o'clock, and don't eat anything after 7 o'clock. That is a simple way of reducing your weight. Okay, this is done by several of the actors and big politicians. Everybody are practicing this today. And there is some scientific logic for it, because our body needs what is called the healing mechanism, or our body has our own healing mechanism. When we eat our food at 10 o'clock in the night, it takes time to 10 to 12 hours to digest, and then automatically your food get digested by morning 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and then again you start eating. But if you eat at 7 o'clock in the evening, your food get digested by what you call 3 to 4 o'clock in the midnight, and from 3 to 4 a.m. till morning 7:30 or 8 o'clock, your body has no work. Your body is idle. In that particular ideal time, your body starts healing. In that particular ideal time, your body starts healing. This is one of the reasons why many of the health problems are happening. We are not giving time for our body to heal itself. We are not giving time for our body to heal itself. We are having 3 a.m. biryani, 4 a.m. biryanis, 2 a.m. biryanis. There is no need of it. So if you stop your dinner at 7 o'clock, or if you have your dinner at 7 o'clock, have a light dinner and don't eat anything after that, automatically you can see a drastic change after a period of 3 months to 6 months. This is on a scientific basis. I am telling you, this is one of the action steps which you want to lose your weight. So this is a small, if you start doing slowly, automatically, this will create a lot of impact on your weight loss. Okay, first one is awareness. Take a moment to reflect on these questions. What labels have others given you? What are these labels? Which of these labels limit you? What labels you have given yourself, and what labels would you like to remove or shed off? This is how you can create your own awareness. Did you understand? What labels have others given you? Others, what labels they have given you? Maybe your
Failure, sir.
family members?
Failure. Myself, failure, sir. Labeled me as failure.
Okay, failure.
Because I failed civil services in 3 times, sir. That's why they labeled me as failure.
Yes. Which of these labels limit you? Which of these limits you? And which labels you have given yourself? Because somebody has said failure, your acceptance also is stopping you. If you don't accept it, automatically you can go forward. And then what are the labels which you want to remove? You make a list of all these things and identify it. You can just write it down and then see what is that you want to come out of it, and automatically that will create the first step in creating your identity, that is called the awareness. Okay. The second one is acceptance. Accept your strengths and weaknesses. What happens is people, they accept their strengths and they are not ready to accept their weaknesses. That is a big problem. We should be able to accept our weaknesses. Over a period of time, if you accept our weaknesses also, they will slowly, you can change your thought pattern, and then your weakness can also change. So that is the second step, which is called the acceptance in action. The third one is alignment. Match the choices to your values. What is that you want to become in your life? What is that you want to achieve in your life? Identify what are your core values, evaluate all the options which are available, and then make the correct decisions accordingly. For example, if your identity, or if creativity is your core value, then you have to pick up the hobbies like what you call nature, or what you call painting, and then what you call even writing books, or like even drafting something, or doing some posters in Canva, or doing some Instagram activities. All these things link into creativity. Creativity doesn't mean that you take a big canvas and then you paint it, then only it is considered as creativity. Creativity can be anything. Make a complex thing into simple thing, that will become a creative one. Very big problem, you show a small solution for it, that becomes a creativity. Creativity doesn't mean that you should do a lot of wonders and that. Even a very big problem or a small problem which is done in a difficult way, you can change it, you can provide some solution to it, that becomes a creativity. So third step is alignment, and then fourth step is the action. Do daily micro actions. As I've said, for the weight loss, anything, do small things slowly daily. Some, if you want to walk, many women or many of my colleagues which I regularly interact, I tell them why you're not, since they are, some of them are obese, I ask them why you are not thinking of your weight loss. They say that we don't have time. That is not correct. Time is common. It is common for everyone. Time is the same 24 hours everybody has. There is a law called Parkinson's law, which says that if you want to do a particular activity for 2 hours, our mind will be fixed to do that work in 2 hours. And if you want to do the same work in 30 minutes, our mind will automatically adjust everything to do that work in 30 minutes. That is called Parkinson's law. So that's why if there is nothing called there is no time in our daily lives. If you want to create it, you create it. Earlier also, I also used to say to my colleagues saying that I did not get time, I don't have time, I did not get time, I used to say. But nowadays, what I am telling is, I was not able to allot time for you. I was not able to allot time for you because I was busy with other activities. So that is called taking action steps for every activity which you want to do. Small action steps. You have to do it. Be consistent on it. And then if you are consistently doing regularly, automatically the momentum will be set. And then once the momentum is set, whether you want to do it in a higher intensity or a lower intensity, you can reflect upon it and then you can adjust yourself. But first thing is you should start small, start doing it. That is the first thing. And whatever it is, either a 5 minutes activity, 10-minute activity, or 15 minutes activity, let it be consistent. If you are doing it consistently, automatically momentum will build up. Once the momentum is built up, you can reflect upon it whether to increase the level of activity or adjust according to the needs of the requirement. That is called the action plan. So This is the best example for coming out from identity crisis. How many of you have seen Amitabh Bachchan? Or how many of you know Amitabh Bachchan? I think everybody knows. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Sir.
He is the best example for coming out from identity crisis. In 1990s, he lost all his money, and he was the what you call creditors were coming to his house, and then they were questioning him. They were asking for money, and then he felt he has lost everything. But he identified his crisis, or he himself has taken a step to come out of it. He accepted it that he has lost everything, and then again he went to the one of the directors, and then he asked him, I want to do a role. Then the Karan Johar has given him a role, and then again he started his career. Okay, so everybody will have identity crisis. How you come out of it is in our hands. Yes? Okay. Your I am declaration, what is that you want to write as a I am declaration today? Identity is claimed by declaration. Now, today, what you have to do is after this webinar, you have to create your own powerful I am statements. I am going to do this. I am going to do that. I am going to that particular place. I am going to visit my old friend whom I wanted to talk to him or talk to her for a long time. I did not meet him. I am interested in doing painting. I am interested in dancing. I am interested in what you call talking with other friends. I am doing interested in doing some podcast. Okay. So declare your freedom, or what is that you want to do in the next 15 days, or in the next 1 year, or next 2 years, or next 5 years. It is left to you. Okay. I'm showing you some of the I am statements where you can see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you see my screen? I am statements. So these are the some of the examples which I can give you. Some of the I am statements for self-worth and confidence. I'm a valuable person even when I'm imperfect. I'm confident in my abilities and decisions. I am growing stronger with every challenge I face. I am bold enough to step into my truth. So these are some of the identity statements. I'll share this PDF after this webinar to you. This is how you can write your own identity statements basing on what you want to do, whether you want to do it for your resilience and store growth, or bounce back from your setbacks, or for your purpose and growth, or for your freedom and authenticity, and for your future focused activities. Okay, so in this way you can write your I am statements which can give you confidence on what to do next. Okay, so what is this? Can anybody read?
I am the director of my life. I am my own hero.
What is there in the top? मैं
मैं
अपनी जिंदगी का डायरेक्टर हूँ, मैं अपना हीरो हूँ. Or if females, if they want to do it, मैं अपनी जिंदगी का डायरेक्टर हूँ, मैं अपना हीरोइन हूँ. I am the director of my life. I am the director of my own. I am my own hero. I am my own heroine. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Don't give your identity to others' hand, or don't hand it over to others. Your step into next, you step into your new identity, or the step into your new identity. The door is always open, but the choice to walk through is yours. Okay, your identity, the door is always open, but the choice to walk through is in your mindset. And then the final takeaway is identity is not about becoming someone new. Okay? Identity is not becoming someone new, but it is remembering who you already are. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Identity is not about becoming someone new. Whenever we say this thing, people will think that, oh, I totally should change to a different thing. Okay. I'll tell you one story. One lady, she was praying to a god, and then she was praying to a god regularly, and then God has blessed her, and then she God has come to her and then asked, "What do you want?" And then she said, "I want to become the most beautiful woman." And then he says, "Okay." She becomes the most beautiful woman, and then she goes to her house, and then even after that becoming most beautiful woman, she does lot of makeup so that nobody can identify her original look and identity. Then she was walking on the road, and suddenly, what do you call, a truck comes and it will hit her and she will die. She will go to heaven, and she will ask God, God, why you have killed me? You have given me the blessing to become a what do you call, beautiful girl. And God says, no, I could not identify you because you applied so much makeup. Because the original identity or the original good looking girl which he has made, she has totally masked it. And then she has become totally different and he could not identify. So that is what we have to come out of it. It is not becoming something new. It is remembering what we are already there and what we can create new thing out of what we already have. Journey to authentic identity is not about adding something you lack, but it is removing the layers that have obscured you or stopped you from your true essence. Now, this is the actual message which I wanted to convey to all of you. This is the takeaway for this from this webinar, that identity is not becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you already are. So with this, I'm signing off for this webinar. I hope I could give some information to all of you. And if you have any questions, I'm ready to answer the questions. The session is open for the discussion. Any questions?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can I speak in Telugu?
Yeah, yeah.
సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ నేను సివిల్స్ ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యాను. ఒక 3 టైమ్స్ నేను క్రాక్ చేయలేకపోయాను సార్.
Okay.
బట్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్. ఇంకా ట్రై చేసి ఇంకా టైమ్ వేస్ట్ చేయాలని నేను అనుకోవట్లేదు. సో, ఈ ఉన్న నాలెడ్జ్‌ని
టైం వేస్ట్ అని
స్టూడెంట్స్
ఎందుకు అనుకుంటున్నారు?
ఆల్రెడీ అంటే నేను నా ఫ్యామిలీకి సర్టెన్ టైమ్ ఇవ్వలేకపోయాను సార్. నా పిల్లలు గూడా ఇప్పటికి అడుగుతున్నారు, "మమ్మీ నువ్వు బుక్సే పట్టుకున్నావు మమ్మల్ని పట్టించుకోలేదని." అంత చిన్న పిల్లల మనసులో నేను ఇంకా బ్యాడ్ అవ్వదలుచుకోవట్లేదు.
బట్ సంథింగ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు గెయిన్ యూ హావ్ టు లూజ్ సంథింగ్. ఒకటి గెయిన్ కావాలి అంటే ఒకటి లూజ్ చేయాలి. ఎందుకంటే at the end of the day, you should not have a regret after 10 years or 15 years saying that I wanted to become an IAS officer, but because of the family concerns or because of some other reason, I could not become. That regret you should not have in your life. So that regret, if you don't have that regret, if you get that regret in future, then again you will not be happy. That is what it becomes in everybody's life. Okay, so if you have sacrificed it, one thing which I want to tell you is you should never regret for it. So, but if you have at least some possibility of regression, what I suggest is you try it once again. Wholeheartedly do it. Try it once again. And then I will definitely guarantee you can get it. Try it hard. That is what many cases what happens is, many of our cases in the context of Indians, you can see, specifically females, they sacrifice a lot. Okay, they sacrifice a lot. There is a lot of regret in the females that I wanted to do something but I could not. But you should come out, we should come out of this thinking pattern. Okay, there is what I've said is earlier, Bhavani. What I've said is there is nothing called right or wrong. I've learned this from the principle, this principle from one of the motivational speaker who is called Akela Raghavendra. He's a IAS coaching academy person. He trains the people on for IAS coaching. He's a very good motivational speaker. He says that nothing is right or wrong in this society. Okay, which may feel right for me may not be right for others. Okay, which I feel wrong, it may be correct for others. So whatever you are thinking, whether it is relevant or convenient, you think of it and then do it. And once we sacrifice something in our life, we should not have that regret. If you have that regret, what happens is some sort of dissatisfaction will be there always in our life, and this dissatisfaction will slowly lead to some or the other form of disease pattern in our life.
Yes, sir.
This dissatisfaction, we always feel that I wanted to do something but I could not do it. That slow dissatisfaction leads to some or the other form, specifically in terms of females, it leads to some or the other form of the health abnormality. And they, for that health abnormality, what happens is they go for the treatment, the physical treatment, surgeries, or some other medical treatments, but they don't focus on releasing these patterns or whatever the blocks they have, releasing those blocks, they don't think of it. What I personally suggest is you can try for 1 or 2 times again, no issue in that, no problem. Do it.
అదే సార్. నేను తర్వాత చాలా డిప్రెస్ అయ్యాను సార్. సో, అదంతా నాకు ఒక హెడేక్‌గా కన్వర్ట్ అయింది.
That is what,
అదే
that is
ఎమోషనల్
that is
హెడేక్.
what this dissatisfaction, ఇలాంటి dissatisfaction మనకి డెఫినెట్ గా వన్ ఆర్ ది అదర్ ప్రాబ్లం, హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లం క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది.
సో, ఐ మీన్
మనకు
మెడికేషన్ ఫర్
తెలియదు,
3-4
మనం
మంత్స్.
ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకోలేం. అరే నాకు ఎందుకు ఈ తలనొప్పి వస్తుంది, నాకు ఎందుకు ఈ కడుపు నొప్పి వస్తుంది, నాకు ఎందుకు ఈ ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది, లేకపోతే షోల్డర్ పెయిన్ ఉంది అని అనుకుంటాము. కానీ దాని యాక్చువల్ రూట్ కాజ్ వేరు. The psychological dissatisfaction is the root cause rather than the physical abnormality.
True, sir. True, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, who will tell you your strengths? Because for my background, like my father was always transferred from one place to another place. I have changed 8 schools, 3 colleges, and each time my friends having a different feedback. So which feedback suits you? Maybe I always change my circle within 3 to 4 years. I don't know. It's eventually happened, and my initial career,
Yeah.
my initial,
So
yeah,
you are
my initial.
to identify your strengths. List down all the activities which you are good at doing it. List down the activities which you are good at doing it, and then rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. Okay. List down all the activities which you are good at doing. Rate them on a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, and basing on which you can identify which are your ideal strengths. You're not audible.
Swapna sir, you're in mute.
Now audible.
Yes.
And next, then, how would I travel to my core then from this?
How do you?
How do I travel to my core from?
No, that is what I'm asking. You know what? You keep aside all those things, your job title, your family relationship, everything aside. Think as if a common man. What makes me happy? Okay, what makes me happy? Okay, that will create your own identity. What is that you are happy with? Okay, some people are good at writing poetry, but they stop it. Some people are writing good at drawing, they stop it. Okay, so in one of the incidents I can tell you, when I was in the 7th or 8th class in my schooling, I participated in a painting competition and then I was not satisfied with it. I thought of tearing up that drawing sheet and then throwing it in dustbin. But I thought, since I have drawn it, I have complete painted it, I'll submit it. After getting the results, I could see that district level I got the first prize for it. I was shocked to see it. In spite of getting that good recognition and all, after 10th or the schooling, even though I had interest, because I was into the different course curriculum and studies and all, I stopped drawing. And even if I have the passion, I cannot continue it because that flair is lost. You have to slowly, if I want to do it, I can develop it, but I have to spend a lot of time on it. Okay. So what is that you want to do? What is that which makes you happy? That you have to identify it. Any questions from anyone else?
No, sir. Thank you so much.
So next webinar I'm doing on the concept which is called the silent killers of self-confidence. Silent killers of self-confidence. If you are interested, you can type yes. If you are interested, you can type yes. I'll share the link for all of you. Silent killers of self-confidence. That is the next webinar I wanted to do it. So how do you feel the webinar? I think initially during the starting phase, there was some mic set and video issues were there. It somewhat got disturbed. So what is your feedback on this? Did you like this seminar, or what is that you wanted? You expected something else from it, or you could not get something out of it?
Sir, it was a clear message from this delivery, and I got the clear understanding about know your identity and uh, and barriers to uh, lacking your identity. So I wanted to thank you for from this session. I'll definitely use all those points to remove all the barriers that is coming into my identity. Thank you so much.
Good. Good. Anybody else want to share any feedback?
It's very nice session, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
It gives a clarity what to do and
Yes,
how to build a confidence and in which stage we are present. So very nice session, sir. It's very helpful to me, sir. Thank you,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Sir, this is very informative and insightful, sir. This session is very, very nice session, and it will useful to me also, sir. Definitely, I will do my best in the way of how to unlock my identity. Sure, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Please continue, sir. More
Okay.
than you, sir. Thank you.
And if anybody has any questions, we have 5 more minutes left. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining this session. I hope whatever I wanted to convey to all of you on specifically on identity